welcome back. Today we are breaking down a key previous year's question that often confuses the students. The question gives you two options. Option A is about explaining South-South cooperation, or B, what is arms control? Explain the measures taken for arms control. Both topics are crucial in understanding global political and security issues. They appear frequently in university exams. We'll break them down with simple explanations, real-world examples, and a structured approach that helps you write better answers. Let's start with South-South cooperation. It may sound complex. I'll simplify it for you. So what is South-South cooperation? Imagine a group of developing countries coming together to help each other grow. That's South-South cooperation, or SSC. Instead of depending on richer Western nations, developing countries collaborate among themselves in areas like trade, technology, education, and even defense. So what is the key idea involved here? There may be one idea or multiple ideas, and these ideas are mutual growth, knowledge sharing, and of course economic support. Example we have here is of BRICS. Think about BRICS. That means Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries work together to boost their economies. Another example, the IBSA Dialogue Forum, where India, Brazil, and South Africa coordinate on global political issues. So next we can talk about the importance of South-South cooperation. Why is South-South cooperation so important? There are certain reasons, and few of them are as follows. Firstly, it reduces dependency on developed countries. Secondly, it encourages fairer global trade policies, and then it helps in technology and skill exchange. And last but not the least, for our purposes, developing nations get financial aid and support without Western nations. So what are the major initiatives taken by SSC, or South-South cooperation countries involved? There are three main important measures or initiatives taken under the umbrella of SSC. First is BRICS, second one IBSA dialogue, and third one is NDB. So what is BRICS? It talks about economic and trade cooperation. Then IBSA dialogue deals with political and diplomatic ties, wherein it makes attempt to strengthen these ties. And New Development Bank, that is called NDB. It is an alternative financial aid system. Alright, so what are the challenges faced by SSC cooperation? First of all, not all developing countries are equal in power. Political instability in some regions makes cooperation hard. Even with SSC, some dependency on the West still exists. So for exam, what are you going to do? For exam, a good answer will include definition, then its importance, then give some examples, and there will be challenges. That way your answer covers all aspects in a balanced way. Alright, so this was the first segment, that is called South-South cooperation. Let's move on to the next option, that was arms control. So let's take a look at the question again. What was the question? The question here given to us is, what is arms control? Explain the measures taken for arms control. So if you face a question like this in your exams, then how are you going to approach this question? Alright, so moving on to our second option, arms control. This topic deals with restricting weapons to ensure global peace and security. So let's break it down. Again, what is arms control? Simply put, arms control refers to international efforts to limit or reduce the production, spread, and use of weapons, especially dangerous ones like nuclear bombs and missiles. Why is it so important for us to deal or discuss even arms control? It is important to prevent large-scale wars and destruction, to maintain global stability, wherein no country should feel too powerful, and of course to reduce military expenses and focus on development. We have so many examples. Here we can think of the Cold War, wherein the US and the Soviet Union were building massive nuclear stockpiles. To avoid disaster, they signed treaties to control arms development and avoid nuclear war. So what were the key arms control agreements happened? Here you need to take a precaution that you need not memorize each and every measure taken in the name of arms control. There are some key arms control agreements which you must be able to recall and reproduce in the exam. And these include: first, Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, shortly NPT. It prevents the spread of nuclear weapons and it was initiated in 1968. Next is Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, pronounced shortly as START. It limits nuclear warheads between the US and Russia and signed in 1991, updated again in 2010. Then we have next Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, CTBT. It bans nuclear test explosions and it was initiated in 1996. However, in spite of all these measures, there are challenges in arms control. And these challenges include: first, some countries do not follow treaties completely. Then there are terrorist groups and non-state actors which can still access weapons. Thirdly, technology keeps evolving. Drones, AI-based weapons, and cyber warfare are difficult to regulate. Alright, so this was the second segment, that is called arms control. We went through what is arms control, why it is important, what are the examples, and what were the key arms control agreements, and of course challenges also. So how are you going to write your answer in exam? A strong answer should include definition, why it is needed, then examples, what are the challenges, and this will of course make your structured answer insightful. So that's it for today. We covered two key topics today: South-South cooperation and arms control. So here is a quick recap. South-South cooperation helps developing countries grow together through trade, investment, and diplomacy. Arms control prevents the spread of dangerous weapons and maintains global stability. Both topics are highly relevant in international relations and frequently asked in exams. So now, here is a question for you. Do you think arms control is effective in today's world? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, share, subscribe for more detailed exam discussions. See you in the next one.